Hello and welcome to another food shopping haul. This is Tesco's and Aldi. It's the 27th of April. What I've done is I've laid it out slightly different. Normally I put like one supermarket here and then the other one. I've mixed them because I want to see, like, it always looks like I don't buy enough veg or I haven't brought enough meals. And I thought if I put all the veg together, when I look at the video, I'll be able to see that, yeah, I did do okay or something. I just thought I'd give it a try anyway. But you should better work out from the labels which shop it is anyway. But we've got peppers at $1.29. They're loads of nice little ones. We've got mushrooms at $95 for chestnut. I didn't like the look of the big trays this time, and because I have absolutely no meal plan in my head when I went shopping, I'm not sure if I could use a big tray this week. We've got a lettuce, I'm not sure which store that's from now. Tesco's, yeah. Then that was 70p and it's solid. There's no sort of like loose leaves in it. The tomatoes are 59p with your club card. And I was tempted to get more, but I thought we'll use these first and then we can always pop in another day. We've got easy peelers. These are the Suntrail ones, so they're 99p. And there's a lot in there. I like them when they're small. And some potatoes. We are going to have jacket potatoes, even though some of them aren't big, because this week I tried to make tuna cakes and it didn't work very well, so I'm just going to put tuna on top of jacket potato. It's almost the same thing. The carrots were 44p, and annoyingly they're only an 800 gram packet. They used to be a kilo, but obviously we don't need so many carrots in a bag anymore. The limes were reduced to 30p. Not sure what we're doing with them, but at 30p, Barry might just stick them in a drink. Garden peas were 55p. The leeks were 48p and they look nice. And the cucumber was 79p. I believe that was from Aldi's. And the cabbage, the outer leaves looked horrible, but that is the biggest one they had in Aldi for 75p. Which is quite a big jump considering it was 61 last time. But we like a bit of cabbage. And the cheapest onions we could see was the red wonky onions at 65p. So that's the veg done. With the the fizzy cola, it would normally be Stockwell. That's now gone up to 35p. Not that we needed any because we brought some last week, but just in principle I left it on the shelf because I was going to top up a few bottles that we'd already used, but I thought may as well just get them a better flavour and get them cherry cola, because that's 45p. Just in principle, because the cola used to only be 17p, so it's more than doubled in a couple of months. We've got 85p loaf of bread, and how posh is this? We've got the ciabatta. It's today's date. I'm hoping you can freeze it because my eyes are getting worse at trying to see things. I should take my reading glasses with me, but they're 54p. So I picked up two because half each would be a good size sandwich. So that's why I've got 2 of those. And I've also picked up pita breads at 55p. Because Barry used to like the thins. But they've got so expensive. Even Aldi's ones are like 99p now for 6. And I said that I could go through the hassle of trying to cut it open myself and make these. Especially this week because we've got salad ingredients and a bit of cheese in there. It'd be nice. These were in Tesco's and I can see the freezer symbol. I've seen a lot of people using these in their meals of the week, but I wouldn't pay £1.65 for just 4, but 71p, I thought that's not too bad. So again, we've got 2, because my lot can't just eat 1 wrap, they like to have 2. And the garlic bread, there's a lot more bread here than we normally buy. Philip gave me the idea. He said that he wanted to put more garlic butter in the slices, and I thought, why don't I just put cheese and like pepperoni in the slices and a little bit of tomato puree and make it as a kind of pizza. Not sure how well it'll work, but I've got 3 there, 1 for everybody else. I don't want one because this would give me heartburn, so I will make myself something different that night. And I know they wouldn't eat macaroni cheese. This is 79p, but, and I don't know why we can't get elbow macaroni, but it's small and it says it takes 6 minutes to cook. So I thought that would be good when I've got to make just like a single serving of something. Save boiling pasta for like 12 minutes just for one person. I can just give them a portion of this one. And we've got 2 of Connor's milks, £1.19, and then you've got 4 pints of full fat milk, which we've had to crack into to make me a coffee, at £1.55. Again for like Barry's lunches, at £1.15 for 4. I'm thinking, is it cheaper to buy these than to actually make a cheese sandwich? I haven't taken into account how much cheese I put into each sandwich, but at £1.15 it's good value for, it makes a change from a sandwich. We've used 1 bag of the French fries from last week, so we've got 1 bag left, but we thought we'd go for crinkle cut as well. £1.95, and this fish was really good last week. It's $2.35 and it's pollock, and hopefully you heard that right and not heard a rude word, but yeah, it was nice and the butter was nice and crispy. We've got the cheese at £4.80, and like I said, with the garlic things, to make those we've got some pepperami, I believe it was £1.05. And I've got Yuki. She really doesn't get this very often because it's £1.49 for 100 grams, which I feel is quite expensive. And we've got some cooked ham trimmings. 400 grams was £2.49. And normally we'd have tinned ham, but because we've got so much bread, I thought I might make the sandwiches and freeze them, and some of them. We've got dippers again, just because they're handy to put in the freezer. Doesn't mean we're having them this week. Yorkshire puddings are still 55p, they're £1.55. Yuki some meatballs at £1.35. Cheese slices, 83p, but that's for these. In Tesco's, with your club card this week, you can get the 10 burgers for £3 instead of £6. So we've got 1 packet to split up. We're going to put greaseproof paper between them so we can separate them. We're going to have one packet as burgers, and the other one I'm actually going to put them in the freezer as they are, but it's 920 grams of meat for £3, so I'm thinking I'll just break it back up into mince, because 900 grams of even the cheap mince would be nearly £5. So that's what I'm going to do with one pack. Oh, and we've got some hot sauce, £2.49 in Aldi. This has come up at £1.25, even though the shelf still said £1.15. Kidney beans were 33p. I wanted a tin the other day and I could have sworn I had some in the cupboard. We don't tend to eat them, but it's a long time since we've tried them, so I was going to get a boy to try them again. And then I'm only going to use Tesco's washing up liquid, because I've been finding that my skin's been irritated, you know where the joint is. And since using the Morrison's one, it went away, but the Morrison's one's no good for actually cutting through grease. But I've only used Tesco's as well since Morrison's, and that one isn't irritating me. So I'm not going to use the Aldi one anymore, even though it's really good. It irritates my hands. And this morning Barry did take Philip to farmfoods in a few towns over, and while he was there, the only thing he picked up was Stars and Moons by Fry's. It's chicken style pieces, but they were 79p a box for 300 grams, which is the same weight as your average packet of nuggets for vegan ones, and they were 79p. He's picked up 3, and that 3 boxes come to £2.37, so it's really good and will last her again for ages. But with farm foods, if you see a bargain you have to get it, and because it's a couple of towns over, we don't actually intend to go there again for a while. It was only because Philip wanted there. So everything well, I'll start Tesco's bits, if you can work out what was from Tesco's, was £17.70. Aldi was £33.83, and Farm Foods was £2.37. So altogether I make that £53.90. I'll step back to try and get a better view. So I think it does look better veg-wise anyway, and then like putting the bread together. But yeah, that's what we got this week. And I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.